Hey Wargamers, welcome back. This is Mars, and today we're going to talk about eBay Simplified. Before we start, I'm going to start with a little comparison. For example, GW retailers, I consider them as being zombies because as soon as you walk in, hi, how can I help you? Hi, what are you working on today? Always the same line at any GW store. But again, I love you GW. Sorry. Well, also local game stores, I consider them as being ghouls because they're a little bit different than the official GW stores, but they're still trying to sell you something. The online retailer, I consider them as skeletons because they're bare bones. They don't have the same customer service, or whichever you want to call them. When you walk in, there's no store. It's an online thing. All you see is what you get. You know, you buy them. Usually they're cheaper. So, you know, they're really bare bones, and I consider them to be a little bit of a fair price. Like you get 20% off or something, and then shipping is free after X amount of dollars you spend at that store. And sometimes they also have rewards program, but we'll talk about that later. And I consider eBay as being ogre bodyguard. Why? Because like my ogre bodyguard, sitting like a boss. So if you start shopping at eBay, you'll save so much money, and you'll fit into the whole Wargamer on a budget concept. I spend my time probably about 2 hours a day on eBay, roughly in about 5-6 times a day, like at different occasions. I just start searching it of anything that's a cheaper price that I can sell back, or if I want to start collecting certain things, and I save a lot of money by shopping at eBay. So it's always a good thing to check eBay. But before we start, I'm gonna introduce you. Oh, actually, thanks. I'm giving my thanks as always in the beginning of the episodes. I want to thank John McManus. He is a friend, a client, because I do a little bit of a painting commission, and also a mentor when it comes to eBay. He shops on eBay almost on a daily basis. Has been collecting GW or any type of miniatures since the 80s. So he's really good. He has over, I don't know, 16,000 models. He deals a lot with people from UK, so thank you, John McManus. I don't have any links anywhere that I can send him. He's just, you know, a buddy that I know at the GW bunker. And also, I would like to thank Brother Spud, 11th Legion. Links is over here, actually. And also, I would like to introduce you, this is where we're going to start, my new board. And 3 things that I wanted to emphasize on this whole video. One of them, I want to change your eBay buying habit. I'm pretty sure a lot of you already shopped on eBay before, but you probably don't really think of it much. You either tell your parents, or you just click and buy. You don't even pay attention to the price. You feel happy when you actually win a certain bid because it's pretty low, but I can guarantee you that your shopping habits could be better after watching this video. Number 2, I want you to shop smarter. This whole thing, this whole series is about Wargamer on a budget. So you need to shop smarter than what you used to be. It has nothing to do with the economy. Even if you are the richest person in the world, have all the money in the world, you should start shopping smarter, because why? You can buy more later on. And also the third and one of the major points is what you see on eBay is not what you get. Be careful with that, because a lot of the pictures sometimes, you know, pictures are always better than reality. Sometimes, you know, you get better than what you expected. Sometimes eBay sellers gives you bonus. I bought a set of Necromunda guns before, and then the guy sent me a message, hey, I actually found more. I'm giving you a little bit more than what I'm supposed to. That is cool. That's just, you know, it's a lucky thing that would happen. It's like winning the lottery. But eBay sellers usually don't do that for you. So let's start with keyword search. What is a keyword? Keyword is whatever you typed in on that search box on eBay. I'll give you a good example. Actually, a friend of mine is collecting dwarves. Shout out to Chris Olvera. He was looking for a certain type of dwarves, and he typed in whatever the name was. I forgot what it was. I think it was the Dwarf Wardens for Lord of the Rings. Pictures here. and he was looking for it, and he said he couldn't find it. And then I was like, really? Let me try searching for it. And I search it using at first I start with LOTR, or Games Workshop, LOTR dwarf, and then it's a long list because there's a lot of different dwarf models for the Lord of the Rings series. And then I start thinning it down to Warden. I think there's 2 different type of Wardens. I'm not completely sure because I don't play Lord of the Rings at all. And then I start adding the Vault Warden into it, and then it'll give me like a more specific. If you're already familiar with this, you know, you can skip probably a minute or 2 minutes ahead. But one thing that I noticed, the guy actually, well, my friend actually searched it wrong. He searched the keyword wrong, and it doesn't help him at all. Now, if you turn it the other way around, this could be your advantage. Remember, this is one major point. The seller's mistake is your advantage. The seller's mistake is your advantage. Take advantage of that. So use proper keywords. You don't stop at one search, and when you can't find anything, you're like, oh, I can't find it. You always start generic. So start with, I don't know, GW, Games Workshop, or you start with Warhammer. You start with Warhammer 40k, and then you end specific. Start generic and specific. So let's say I'm looking for Grey Knights. Warhammer Grey Knights. All the Grey Knights are going to come up. You don't really need the 40k because Warhammer is already in front of it, and then the Grey Knights is specifically for 40k. A bad example would be Warhammer DE. DE can go with Dark Eldar for 40k and Dark Elves for fantasy. So you might want to differentiate that. Don't search with DE because it's going to come up with other things. Just put Dark Eldars or Dark Elves. Again, start generic and specific. You always try to filter it down. And if you can't, if you want to find certain type of sellers, like if you want to find local sellers, if you want to find people who's actually shipping from the UK only, you can always refine search and, you know, play around with the setting on eBay. There's a lot of different settings. And last week I've also talked about sniping prices. A couple of people actually started asking me, like, how do you snipe prices? What does it mean by sniping prices? Sniping prices actually means, you know, during the last minute of that countdown of the eBay bid, you put in the max amount that you want to put, and then you hope for that to hit, and you will be the winner without going over your budget. The key point is going over your budget. From what I've seen so far, 90% of the time you can't beat the other max bidders. So let's say an item is at $40 and you wanted to max bid that for $50. That's the amount that you want to pay for it. That's your fair price. You don't want to pay higher than that. Don't worry about the shipping cost. I'm just talking about just how much is the bidding right now. And assuming that the other party, the other guy, puts $60 max bidding, and, you know, during the last minute it was at $49, and you want that $50 price in, $49 goes to him. What I meant by 90% of the time you can't bid max bidder is at the last minute, if he already put $60 as his max bid and you want to put $50 max bid at that 1 second, depends on your internet connection, blah blah blah, most of the time, 90% of the time, you can't beat that other guy because eBay automatically tells you that you're outbid. So it's better for you to kind of figure out how much is the other person's fair price is. You know, you can probably try to beat him at 61 if he doesn't want to pay anymore. It's going to be a bidding war. So what I usually do is I usually just bid as much as I want to bid onto that, and don't worry about it. I don't really like sniping prices, but when I do, it's usually when there is a model that I really want. There's a lot of examples, you know, that's whatever you want that you want to snipe on. If you can't get it, then, you know, just, it's not a bad luck. It's just the other person is already committed to pay more than you. So think of it the positive way that, one, you're pushing the price up, the seller is getting more money out of it. The guy is gonna regret that he goes against you, you know. So it's a win-win situation, I think, even if you don't get the model. You know, like, you want to make sure, like, even if you don't get the item, you want to make sure that the other party is paying their highest price for it. So, you know, it's always good to bid just to see. What I usually do also, a lot of items are on sale for 99 cents at first. Don't worry about the shipping price. What I do is I bid $1 because for some reason my mobile mobile eBay doesn't give me notification if I don't bid on an item even though I watched it. So what I do is I just bid $1 to it, and they'll send me a notification when I do get outbid. Usually during, let's say if it's a 7-day item, usually I get outbid within the 3rd day or something. Then I'll start watching it a little bit closer. If I win it, I mean, if I want to add more, then I'll add more. If I don't, then, you know, it's always a good thing. Who knows that you can get an item for $1, right? If nobody wants it, you get that item for $1. It happened to me before. So, you know, add. My recommendation is add whatever plus $1 to the bid, just so you could keep it on a watch. And remember, again, the seller's mistake is your advantage. I gave an example last week about the Sigmarite auger. Value is about $45. I got it for about $15. So it's a good deal that way. And before you actually commit on into anything, check your budget. If you go over your budget, don't do it. Save your money. No, and another key point is know to walk away. Like don't keep, you know, adding the prices, and then you realize, oh my god, I'm like $50 over my budget. Yeah, I really want that item, but, you know, who knows, a month later, 2 months later, that person might not like the item that he got, and he resells it on eBay. So be patient about it. Know when to walk away. Imagine yourself as being a sniper. If you don't, you know, if you don't have that shot, don't take it, because your position will be revealed, right? And if everything is set, you know, your budget is already set, you know, you're okay, you know for sure that you're the highest bidder, make that shot, you know, bid the highest bid. If you get it, you get it, you know, yay, right? Remember rule number 1 and number 3, set your budget and be patient when it comes to eBay. You know, you can't be good at anything by just trying it the first time. You have to do it over and over. That's why I check eBay on a daily basis. And here's the actual tip that John McManus actually gave me. This is a really good tip. Last week or last episode, I actually mentioned do not buy bits off of eBay unless you have to, right? This is the unless you have to part. If you really have to buy bits off of eBay, one thing that I didn't notice that John McManus actually did, a lot of the bits seller like Hoarder Bits actually gave you 30-day period for you to pay your thing, and they will hold that item for you for 30 days. So if you want to do that, so buy bits from them to whatever you need, keep it for 30 days, you know, as close to 30 days as possible, and pay it at the end of that 30 days. Why do you do that? You save money on shipping. So the only reason why I tell you not to buy bits from eBay is because I don't want you to pay that like enormous shipping price. So if you combine everything, like buy the set of hands today, 5 days later you buy a set of legs, 5 days later you find out there's, you know, he also sells sets of bodies. So buy them separately, and then at the end the shipping cost is not going to be as much as, you know, that Blood Vulture example. $1 model, $7 shipping. Doesn't make sense, right? So it was a really good tip for me. Excuse me. So when you buy bits off of eBay, combine shipping. That is a really good point that I didn't actually notice that. So if you really have to buy bits off of eBay, use the combined shipping. Another point that he gave me was try to look for stuff from eBay UK. As you all know, probably Games Workshop stuff actually comes from UK. A lot of older players over there, they and a lot of cheaper prices actually from there. The only problem is a lot of eBay UK sellers don't want to ship it to America because the royal postage pricing is really, really bad. So what you want to do is you actually ask them if there's a bit that you really want, like, because I play Mordheim and Necromunda, they're all old models. If you really are looking for a certain type of models, go to eBay UK, search for it, uncheck the shipping worldwide one. So even if it's just UK only, just talk to them, message them, hey, can you make a special case? I want to, I really, really need this model. Can you send it to the US? I'll pay for the shipping. Yes, the shipping might be a little bit more expensive, but if you really want that model, you gotta have it, right? Remember, don't go over your budget though. But other than that, that is eBay Simplified. I don't have much advice regarding sniping, as other than be patient. If it's not yours, don't fret over it. Just look for other stuff. Just wait for it. Be patient, because who knows? 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, you're probably gonna see it again. Either way, if you don't get it, you already have hundreds and hundreds other models that you haven't painted anyway. So hold off to that project. And if you're buying bits off of eBay, combine shipping. That is a #1 rule. Just combine shipping, so you'll save money. And if you can find only certain type of bits for now, just wait it out. 6 months down the road, you might find other parts for it, and then eventually, the parts will come together, and then you'll have that particular unit, particular model. So combined shipping is always good. And again, this is Mars. Thank you for watching, and I hope you become a smarter wargamer by watching Wargamer on a budget.